Saturday morning, Kate emerged from her office where she'd been trying to work through emails for the past hour. Oliver was on the couch watching cartoons, and she could hear Lily moving around in the kitchen. "Morning, buddy," Kate said, ruffling Oliver's hair as she passed. "Morning, Mom." Kate walked into the kitchen. "Morning." Lily glanced up from the stove. "Hi." Kate reached for the coffee pot, and that's when she saw it. Lily's laptop was open on the kitchen island, right next to Kate's keys. The screen was still lit, browser tabs visible. Nanny positions, NYC, live-in childcare jobs, how to write a resignation letter. Kate's hand froze halfway to the coffee pot. Her stomach dropped. Lily noticed Kate had gone still and followed her gaze to the laptop. Her face went pale. "I should close that," Lily said quickly, moving toward the island. "Lily?" "It's fine." Lily snapped the laptop shut. "I was just looking." Kate stared at her, words stuck in her throat. From the living room, Oliver called out, "Lily, is breakfast ready?" "Almost, buddy," Lily said, not meeting Kate's eyes. "Just a few more minutes." She turned back to the stove. Kate stood there for a moment, then poured herself coffee with unsteady hands. She walked toward the living room. "Hey, Oliver," Kate said, keeping her voice light. "Want to go to that dinosaur exhibit at the Science Museum today? The one you've been asking about?" Oliver's face lit up. "Really?" "Yeah." "Will Lily come too?" They both glanced back toward the kitchen. Lily had turned around, spatula still in hand, looking at them. Lily forced a smile. "Of course." "Yay!" Oliver bounced on the couch. "Can we see the T-Rex? And the Triceratops? And—" "We can see all of them," Kate said softly, still looking at Lily. Lily turned back to the stove, but Kate could see the tension in her shoulders. The museum had a kids' area with a dig site simulation where children could brush sand off replica fossils. Oliver ran straight for it the moment he saw it, joining a handful of other kids already excavating plastic dinosaur bones. Kate and Lily stood a few feet away, watching him. For a while, neither of them spoke. Then Kate broke the silence. "He's noticed, you know." Lily glanced at her. "Noticed what?" "That you're not okay." Kate kept her eyes on Oliver, who was carefully brushing sand off a Triceratops skull. "He asked me again last night if you were sad." Lily's throat tightened. "I'm sorry. I'm trying not to. I'm sorry I'm complicating things." Kate finally looked at her. "You're not eating." "What?" "I've noticed. You barely touched dinner the last few nights. You take your breakfast to your room." Kate's voice was gentle but firm. "Lily, are you okay?" Lily looked down at her hands. "I'm fine." "Do you really want to leave?" The question hung in the air between them. Lily didn't answer right away. When she did, her voice was quiet. "I don't. But at the same time, we need boundaries, right? That's what you said. So maybe leaving would make things easier." "Easier for who?" "For everyone." Kate turned to face her fully now. "Do you really think you leaving would make it easier for Oliver?" Lily's chest ached. "That day will come eventually, you know that. I'll have to leave one day either way. He'll start school, get older, won't need a nanny anymore. It's not forever." "But do you really want to leave?" Kate asked, her voice softer now. "Or is it because of what I said? Our last conversation?" Lily met her eyes, and for a moment, neither of them looked away. "I can't force you to stay," Kate said quietly. "But I also don't want you to leave." "I don't want to leave either," Lily whispered. "But—" They held each other's gaze. The noise of the museum faded around them. Children laughing, exhibits humming, footsteps echoing. None of it mattered. Kate's expression softened with something that looked like regret. I know, but this is exactly what I meant. Look at what's happening after just one conversation. Imagine how it would feel if something actually happened between us. Lily's heart twisted. But it's already happening, she thought. She was already in too deep, already feeling too much. She couldn't keep pretending, couldn't keep hiding it. She was afraid Kate would see it in her eyes, all the things she wasn't supposed to feel. I don't know what to do, Lily whispered. Kate's voice was soft, almost pained. I know. I'm sorry. Lily looked away, blinking back the burn behind her eyes. I know it's easy for you. Kate frowned slightly. It's really not. But Lily wasn't looking at her anymore. She was watching Oliver, who'd just unearthed something and was waving excitedly at them. Kate thought Lily was talking about pretending, about maintaining distance, about not caring. She didn't realize Lily thought she was talking about someone else entirely. I should... Lily gestured toward Oliver. He wants to show us something. Kate nodded, letting her go. They spent the rest of the afternoon moving through exhibits, both of them performing normalcy for Oliver's sake. But something had shifted. Something unspoken and heavy that neither of them knew how to carry. Kate came home late on Tuesday. Lily heard the door close, heard keys hit the tray with more force than usual. She was in the kitchen cleaning up from dinner, Oliver at the table coloring. Kate walked in, still in her blazer, shoulders tight. Her expression was carefully neutral, but Lily could see the tension around her eyes, the way her jaw was set. Mom! Oliver looked up, grinning. Look what I drew! Kate's face shifted immediately. A smile appeared, bright, interested, the kind of smile that would fool anyone who didn't know her well. But Lily knew her well. She could see it wasn't real, could see the tightness still there beneath it, the way it didn't quite reach Kate's eyes. That's amazing, buddy, Kate said, walking over to look at the drawing. She crouched down next to Oliver's chair, genuinely focusing on him despite whatever was weighing on her. Is that a stegosaurus? Yeah, and this is his friend. They're going on an adventure. Where are they going? Oliver launched into an elaborate story about dinosaurs and volcanoes and hidden treasure. Kate listened, nodding at the right moments, asking questions, completely present for him even though Lily could see the exhaustion in the set of her shoulders. Lily quietly finished wiping down the counter, giving them space but unable to stop watching. Kate had come home upset, and instead of falling apart, she'd gone straight to Oliver, put on a brave face, made sure he felt loved and important. It made Lily's chest ache. After a few minutes, Oliver yawned. Someone's tired, Kate said gently. How about we get you ready for bed? Can Lily read me a story? Kate glanced at Lily. Of course, if that's okay? Yeah, no problem, Lily said. Go brush your teeth, Oliver. I'll meet you in your room. Oliver ran off down the hall. Kate stood slowly, that fake brightness fading now that Oliver was gone. She looked at Lily for just a second, something vulnerable flickering across her face, then turned away. I need to make a phone call, she said quietly, and disappeared down the hall before Lily could say anything. Lily stood there for a moment, then went to read Oliver his story. 20 minutes later, Oliver was asleep, his dinosaur clutched under one arm. Lily found Kate in the living room, standing by the window, still in her work clothes, staring out at the city lights. Hey, Lily said softly. Kate turned, surprised. Oh, I thought you'd gone to bed. Not yet. Lily took a few steps closer. Are you okay? Kate's shoulders sagged slightly. She gave Lilly a sad smile, a real one this time, but tired, worn. I will be. It's just been a rough day. Lost a big client. 3 years of work, gone because they found someone cheaper. She shook her head. It happens in this business. I know that. It just stings. I'm sorry. It'll get better, Kate said, like she was trying to convince herself. It always does. Lilly wanted to reach out, to offer some kind of comfort, but they'd been so careful with each other lately that she didn't know if she was allowed. Kate must have seen something in her expression because her smile softened. Thank you, Kate said quietly. For what? For caring. Kate's voice was gentle, almost surprised, like she hadn't expected it. You didn't have to check on me. I know things have been complicated between us, but you still did. Lily's throat tightened. Of course I did. They looked at each other for a long moment. The distance between them felt both vast and impossibly small. I should go to bed, Kate said finally, but she didn't move right away. Yeah, me too. Neither of them moved. Then Kate took a small breath, like she was gathering courage. Good night, Lilly. Good night. Kate walked past her toward the hallway, but paused at the edge of the room. She looked back, just for a second, and Lilly saw something in her eyes. Gratitude, maybe. Or something deeper that neither of them was ready to name yet. Then she was gone. Lilly stood there in the quiet living room, her heart beating a little too fast, knowing that something had just shifted between them again. At 2:47 a.m., Lilly was still awake. She'd been tossing and turning for the past hour, her mind replaying the conversation with Kate. The way she'd looked so tired. The quiet, thank you for caring that had settled somewhere deep in Lily's chest and refused to let her sleep. Finally, she gave up. She pushed back the covers and padded down the hall in her pajamas, thinking maybe some water and her book would help. But when she rounded the corner into the kitchen, she stopped. Kate was already there, leaning against the counter in sweatpants and an oversized t-shirt, kettle in hand. She looked up when Lilly walked in, surprise flickering across her face. Hey, Kate said softly. Hi. Lilly hesitated in the doorway. Can't sleep either? Not really. Kate lifted the kettle slightly. I was making tea. Want some? Yeah, thanks. Kate pulled down a second mug from the cabinet and set it on the counter. They stood in silence while the kettle heated, the apartment dark and quiet around them. Chamomile or peppermint? Kate asked. Chamomile. Kate nodded and prepared both mugs. When the kettle clicked off, she poured the water and slid one across the counter to Lilly. Thanks, Lilly said, wrapping her hands around it. They stood there, neither quite knowing what to say. The conversation from earlier still hung in the air between them. Kate's vulnerability, Lily's care, the careful way they'd been circling each other for weeks. I keep thinking about what you said, Kate said finally, staring down at her mug. Earlier. About caring. Lily's heart picked up. Yeah? I didn't expect it, Kate admitted. After everything, after I pushed you away, I don't know what I thought. That you'd be angry maybe, or relieved to have space. I wasn't relieved. Kate looked up at her then. No? No? Lilly took a sip of tea, using the moment to gather courage. I was miserable. I thought you wanted me gone, that I was making things harder for you. You weren't, Kate said quickly. You're not. I was just... She trailed off, searching for words. I was scared of messing things up, of hurting Oliver, of wanting something I shouldn't want. The air between them felt charged. Lilly set her mug down carefully. What if it's not about should or shouldn't? What do you mean? I mean, what if we stopped trying to do the right thing and just, I don't know, let ourselves be honest? Kate was quiet for a moment. I don't know if I know how to do that. Me neither, Lily admitted. But maybe that's okay. Kate's lips curved into a small, tired smile. When did you get so wise? I'm not wise. I'm just tired of pretending I don't care about you. The words hung in the air. Kate's expression shifted, something vulnerable and raw crossing her face. Lily, you don't have to say anything, Lily said quickly. I wanted you to know that I'm not going anywhere, even when things are complicated, even when we're both terrible at figuring this out. Kate was looking at her like she wanted to say something, like there were 1,000 words caught in her throat. But instead, she just nodded. Thank you, she said softly. They stood there in the quiet kitchen, steam rising from their mugs, the distance between them feeling smaller than it had in weeks. Can I ask you something? Kate said after a moment. Yeah. Why couldn't you sleep? Lily looked down at her tea. I was worried about you. Kate's breath caught slightly. Yeah. Lily met her eyes. I know you said it'll get better, but I also know you don't like to fall apart in front of people, even when you should. Kate smiled, sad but real. You see too much. Is that a bad thing? No, Kate said quietly. It's terrifying, but it's not bad. They finished their tea in comfortable silence, and when Lily finally said goodnight 20 minutes later, Kate reached out and touched her arm. Just briefly. Just enough. I'm glad you came out here, Kate said. Me too. Lily went back to her room, her heart lighter, her mind finally quiet enough to sleep. The next morning, Lily woke up before Kate. She moved quietly through the apartment, making coffee the way she used to. 2 cups. Kate's with just a splash of cream, hers with more. She left Kate's on the counter and took her own to the living room where Oliver was already awake, building a tower with his blocks. 20 minutes later, Kate emerged from her room, hair still damp from the shower, dressed for work but moving slower than usual, like she was easing into the day. She stopped when she saw the coffee waiting for her, picked it up, took a sip. Lily glanced up from where she was sitting with Oliver. Their eyes met across the open space. Thank you, Kate said. You're welcome. It was a small moment, nothing dramatic, but it felt like something. Wednesday evening, Lily was putting away dishes when she noticed Kate's favorite mug. The plain white one she used every morning had a chip on the rim. Not big enough to be dangerous, but noticeable. She pulled out her phone and found the same mug online. Ordered it without mentioning it to anyone. It arrived 2 days later. Lily quietly swapped it out in the cabinet, putting the chipped one in the recycling. Friday morning, Kate reached for her usual mug and paused. She pulled it out, turned it over in her hands, examining it like she was trying to figure out what was different. Lily was at the stove making eggs. She didn't say anything. New mug? Kate asked. The other one was chipped. Kate looked at her for a moment, something soft in her expression. You didn't have to do that. I know. Kate set the mug down gently and poured her coffee. Thank you. Lily just nodded, focusing on the eggs, but she could feel Kate still looking at her. Friday afternoon, Kate came home earlier than usual. Oliver was at a play date, and Lily was curled up on the couch with a book she'd been reading for weeks, trying to finish it before the library due date. Hey, Kate said, setting down her bag. Hi, how was work? Good. Productive. Kate pulled something from her coat pocket, a paperback, Not wrapped or anything, just a book. I stopped by that bookstore near my office. Saw this and thought of you. She set it on the coffee table. Lily reached for it, recognizing the author's name immediately. I've been wanting to read this. I know, you mentioned it a few months ago. Lily looked up, surprised Kate had remembered something she'd said so long ago. Thank you. Really? Kate's lips curved into a small smile. You're welcome. She didn't leave right away. Just stood there for a moment, like she wanted to say something else but wasn't sure how. I should let you get back to your book, Kate said finally. You're not interrupting. Still, Kate picked up her bag. I'm going to change. But before she walked away, she glanced back at Lily, and there was something in her expression. Warmth, maybe. Gratitude. Something Kate hadn't realized she was looking for. By Sunday, the apartment felt different again. Not the way it used to be. They weren't quite there yet. But the coldness had thawed. The careful distance had shrunk. They moved around each other more easily now, smiled more, talked more. Oliver noticed. You're happy again, he said to Lily while they were drawing together at the kitchen table. Lily looked at him, surprised. Was I not happy before? You were quiet, Oliver said, selecting a blue crayon. And Mom was quiet, but now you're both smiley. Lily's throat tightened. Yeah, I guess we are. That evening, when Kate came home from running errands, she found Lily and Oliver in the kitchen making cookies. Flour everywhere, music playing, both of them laughing about something. Kate stood in the doorway for a moment, just watching. And when Lily turned and saw her there, she smiled, a real one, warm and easy. And Kate felt steadier than she had all day. Want to help? Lily asked. Kate set down her bags. Yeah, I'd like that. And for the first time in weeks, it felt like they were finding their way back to each other.